If you are still confused by mixed voice or just don't know how to find it, you are not alone. I think for the first 10 years of my learning to sing, I would hear terms like mixed voice and middle voice, and I just had no idea what people were talking about. So today, I am going to explain to you what mixed voice is, and then I'm also going to give you some exercises that will help you to strengthen yours. So to start, we're going to talk about just how the voice works with chest voice and head voice. So these are going to be your vocal cords for today's demonstration. Now, both of your vocal cords have a muscle attached to them called the TA muscle. And this particular muscle is responsible for keeping them short and fat. And this muscle is the one that does most of the work in chest voice. Now, in front of your vocal cords, you have another muscle called the CT muscle. And what that one does is it stretches your vocal cords out so they're nice and thin and long, and that's what enables you to sing in head voice. Now, if you've ever felt sort of a break or a crack when you're transitioning from your chest voice to your head voice, that's because that TA muscle relaxed and the CT muscle took over. Whenever you're singing in chest or head voice, both of these muscles are working, but one is definitely working more than the other, like 90%, and then the other is working 10%. In mixed voice, the goal is to balance out that ratio a little bit better so that maybe instead of 90-10, perhaps one muscle is doing 70% of the work and the other one is doing 30% of the work. What can be so confusing about mixed voice is it means a lot of different things to different people. It depends on your voice type. It depends on the genre of music you're singing, even sometimes the song you're singing. Classical singers or opera singers, for example, they use that mix in head voice. They stretch their head voice down so that it has more power in the lower part of their register. For contemporary or musical theater singers, their mixed voice has a greater percentage of chest voice involved so that it sounds almost like you're belting, but taking that belt really high. I'm a firm believer that there are 3 major steps to improving your mixed voice. So first, we strengthen, and we're strengthening both the chest and head voices. If one part of your voice is stronger than the other, then that part of your voice is going to always try and take over and mix. And we want to have a good amount of control in both parts of the voice so that you, as a singer, get to choose where to mix and how much. The second step in improving your mixed voice after you have strengthened your head voice and your chest voice is you want to stretch either your head voice or your chest voice, depending on where you want your mix to be. So for classical singers, generally you're going to stretch your head voice down. For contemporary and musical theater singers, you are going to stretch your chest voice up. For this video, I'm going to focus on that contemporary musical theater genre, but if you are a classical singer and you'd like to learn more about stretching your head voice down, please feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to make another video on that. Now, there are 2 exercises that I have found incredibly helpful to stretch my chest voice up. The first one is lip trills. And when you do lip trills, you want to start in a comfortable place in your chest voice. So for me, I start on middle C. I'm going to go up 5 tones and then I'm going to go down 5 tones. You want to try and do these lip trills slowly because the goal is to sort of reprogram your chest voice muscle, that TA muscle, to suspend and sort of sustain your chest voice in a higher place than it's used to. So not too slowly, but so let's do it together. We're going to start on middle C. I couldn't do it. I could tell I was starting to mix at the top, which is why I sort of gave out on that last one. Again, the goal is to stretch the chest voice right now for these lip trills. Now, this next exercise is very popular in the musical theater community, but it can be used by anyone who is trying to stretch their chest voice and start accessing mix. So it sounds like this. And typically you hear people talk about a whiny sound or a crying sound, maybe even a little nasally sound. So you can either sing it on wah or yeah, and it's going to feel very forward and a little pouty, a little grumpy, okay? Yeah, 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 yeah. I need to get it even more forward. So you can also try a W. Wah, 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 wah. And then we're going to go up. So this is C sharp now. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Mine started to kind of flip over right there. I might switch vowels. I might switch consonants, play around. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now it's very cringy sounding, but that was an F. So it helps access your mix / chest voice much higher. If you can, eventually you're going to start adding a few more notes. So I'm going to come back down the scale. So instead of just going up and down, you're going to sustain that top note. So yeah, 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 yeah. And remember, nice and pouty. I have a hard time with this exercise myself. Wah, 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 wah. Play around with this exercise as much as is comfortable for you. When you're singing, you never want to cause yourself pain. However, you do want to recognize that there might be a little bit of fatigue when you're stretching muscles in a way that they are not used to. Again, we don't want pain, we don't really want discomfort, but it's not uncommon to get tired a little sooner than you're used to. The final step in improving and accessing your mixed voice is swapping resonance. What do I mean by that? In chest voice, we already know what muscle is activating, but I want you to think about when you're producing that chest voice sound, you tend to feel a lot of the sound coming from your chest or your throat. When you're singing in head voice, you tend to feel a lot of the sound much higher, maybe in the bridge of your nose, in your forehead, and it just feels lighter. So in order to engage that mix a little bit more, if you're singing in chest voice, using that chest voice muscle, we want to activate and engage a little bit more head resonance, okay? The best vowel for this is E. So we're going to do that together. Instead of 5 tones or doing a full octave, we're just going to do 3 tones going up and down. I'm going to start on F just because this is in my chest voice. It's in a comfortable place in my chest voice, and I want to get used to how that head resonance is going to feel as I'm singing in chest voice. So you're just going to go up and down. You notice I'm kind of sliding a little bit as I do it. I guarantee you, you are not going to sing as high on this exercise as you did the one previously, and that's okay. All right, so we're going up to F sharp. Again, it's going to feel really cringy, a little nasally, very bright and brassy. We're not looking for a pretty sound right now. We're just trying to get the feel for engaging that TA muscle, but using a little bit more head resonance. you can comfortably with this particular exercise. And then if you still have some stamina left, if you're not too fatigued, try accessing your mixed voice in a song. If there's a particular piece that you've been working on where maybe you're trying to belt and you just haven't been able to get the sound you want from that specific note, play around with some of the tools you've learned today. You can start by doing that sort of whiny sound. You can switch to an E vowel on that top note and see what happens. Just like we have to train chest voice and we have to train our head voices, we have to train mixed voice as well, and it takes time, but it can be done. So let me know if you have any questions, and happy practicing. I'll see you next time.